leadership at that time. Now, wherever there has been a problem, the British have naturally been involved. This is another story of a backstab. On the 3rd of June 1947, the Gilgit Agency was transferred to the control of the princely state of Jammu and Kashmir. The Maharaja Hari Singh appointed Ghansar Singh Jamwal to govern the area on his behalf. On 26th October, Hari Singh announced Jammu and Kashmir would be joining India and sign an Instrument of Accession. On hearing of the decision, Major William Brown, who was appointed by the British in Gilgit Agency, urged Ghansar Singh to ascertain the wishes of the local Muslim community over the accession and warned him that he may have to take certain measures to avoid bloodshed. Brown considered that the whole of Kashmir, including Gilgit, should go to Pakistan. Singh ignored the warning, and Brown then began to plan what became known as Operation Datta Khel. On 31st of October, the Gilgit Scouts, under the command of Brown, surrounded the Gilgit residency and took Ghansar Singh into protective custody. On the 2nd of November, he hoisted the Pakistani flag over the residency and announced the accession of Gilgit to Pakistan. On 18 November, Gilgit and its neighbouring states signed an Instrument of Accession to Pakistan. Brown acknowledged the severity of his actions when he later remarked, "My actions appeared to possess all the elements of high treason, yet I knew in my mind that what I had done was right." Brown remained in Pakistan until his retirement in 1959, upon which he returned to Scotland. In 1993, Brown was posthumously awarded the Sitara-e-Imtiaz by the government of Pakistan. Look at this, absolute shocker, Major General Dwivedi. It showed how the British had been governing India. Divide and rule was, of course, their policy. And look at what this individual Brown did. Even after the accession by Maharaja Hari Singh, this is what he did in Gilgit. And the Pakistanis reward him for his duplicity, for his treason.
Absolutely, Uday. British policy of divide and rule has been universal. It's not only applicable to India, but I think all over the globe. Wherever they colonized, they left the lands divided. So therefore, India also had to pay a share of historical wrong that was done to India. Yes, Brown was instrumental in actually the Gilgit Baltistan going to Pakistan, because it was a well concocted plan that was executed. And mind you, I am repeating again, Uday, that time the army, India-Pakistan army, Auckland Lake was the head. In India side, General Butcher was the chief of the army staff. On the other side is Gracie. So what all was going on in the minds of the British military rulers and political rulers, well, that can be easily interpreted. But the point of game was very simple, that when they divided India, they also wanted to ensure that India is weakened. And that was the policy of the British army. And Brown did a great service to Pakistan. And this, as you rightly said, he was rewarded. But here two more points come into the play, what need to be understood, that British army played a very dual role. And British political leadership always had an agenda. And that agenda was that a weak India would suit them in their later on game plan, which they orchestrated. And the second point is to exploit the political leadership of India, because let's face the fact that India just got independence, and we were actually having great deal of trust of that leadership of the day. I don't know for what other reason. We are highly impressed by the British rulers, and they tried to toe the British line, which actually proved a great fallacy. So all I can say, Uday, that we need to have our own policies. We need to see where India's interest lies. And
yes,
even today, we don't have to worry about what big powers are thinking or what they want. We need to have our own agenda.
Absolutely.
Because even today, big power want to exploit India.
Yes.
And we got to be very aware of it. And this is the lesson we must learn.
Very valid point. Absolutely. These are the lessons which were learned then, but they are still applicable to 2025 India as well. And let's hope those lessons are indeed imbibed. That's why Prime Minister Narendra Modi has reminded the nation. And we have also attempted to contextualize that on Newsx today. And for that, I appreciate all of our guests joining us on this broadcast. Let's slip into a very short break. Don't go anywhere.